I'm Jocelyn Schwab, part of the BTC class of 2018 in the LPN program. It changes my life in many ways. Having the LPN program underneath me now gives me the opportunity to go on to just about any nursing profession that I want to. I can go to hospitals, I can go into clinics. I'm always going to have a job, have that opportunity. It shows my children that I've accomplished something and provided them with a better life overall. The biggest thing I learned about myself in nursing school is as long as you drive and push yourself as far as you possibly can, you're always going to succeed. There's always going to be opportunities. There's always going to be a situation that you might feel you may not be able to overcome, but as long as you try, you'll make it through. The biggest person that helped me realize that I could continue to do it has to be my children. No matter what, we always say, try, and try again. If we're not succeeding the first time with whatever we're doing, as long as we're trying to continue to do that and make sure that we're pushing ourselves as much as we can, then eventually we're going to succeed. My perspective about myself, that's probably the hardest question to really answer. My perspective on myself, I've proved to myself that I can really do it, that I can succeed in whatever I'm going to try, which before I started this program, I wasn't 100% sure. I heard it was a grueling process. I heard it was a hard program. I heard that people don't necessarily make it through, even if they try their hardest. And I'd have to say that that is the hardest part of all of it. But it's allowed me to really see that, no matter what, you just got to keep on pushing. What made me decide to become a nurse? I had the opportunity when I was in high school to go through a health careers program. And in this health careers program, we got to tour many hospitals in Kansas City, one of which was Kansas City University Medical Center, so KU Med. I got to be on the pediatrics unit after graduating high school, because during high school we were able to get our CNAs. So I had a nurse there that showed me the passion and the care she had for the patients. And seeing that passion and that care and that drive really pushed me to want to continue and become a nurse. Our classmates, many times my classmates have made me laugh. Our classmates were a bunch of jokesters, a bunch of pranksters. Not only did we raid the candy in the office several times before exams, because it really helped with the stress of the exam with the peppermints that Miss Nancy puts out. But it also had happened in the classroom as well. Our teacher, Miss Holder, several times, on several occasions, had many students hiding underneath the desk and then scaring the bejesus out of her as soon as she'd come in the classroom to put her things down. So a lot of opportunities with the students, whether it was going out to lunch or just having jokes in between classes. It was a wonderful experience. The part of BTC that I miss most is the relationships that have been created, the friendships that have been built, being able to have them almost more or less as family members. Having everyone together, celebrating births, celebrating new engagements, celebrating the life's little treasures, whether it's something that your child accomplished in class or something that you accomplished, getting an A on a final exam, or just being there for each other and having those opportunities. The biggest struggle I had while I was in school, I have 3 small children, and with those 3 small children, throughout the year often come illness. So many times I had a sick child that I wasn't able to take to school. So a lot of the times I would have to call their grandma or have their dad watch them until I was able to come home. So that would be the biggest challenge, is having little ones get sick, because you still have to come to school and you still have to be there to learn your material. The biggest supporter, I would have to say, would be my children's father, Chance. He told me no matter what, whenever there was a final exam, exams in general, homework that was due, clinical work that I needed to complete, he always said, "Oh, you're going to be fine. You always stress out, but in the end, you're going to be just fine. Everything works out." So just the positive words of encouragement really helped me through. My favorite memory from clinicals would have to be with my preceptor, who I just did my capstone with. I was able to find him on my last med-surg clinical day, and to be completely honest, if I had a role model nurse, he would be that role model nurse, because the patient care that he provided, he was always there, always making sure that the patients were taken care of. He provided the time to listen to their needs and listen to their concerns, and it was a really genuine experience. One patient to go back and take care of, Nancy, I think it would be every patient to really go back and take care of, to be completely honest. Every patient that I took care of touched my heart in a different way. Yes, there's one in particular that was absolutely amazing. She had a stroke. She'd been in the hospital now for going on 30 days. She is also a prior nurse for a psychiatric unit for 25 years. Recently retired in May, and unfortunately the stroke had taken a toll on her, and she was in a slow-going recovery. Just being able to be there with her, being able to hold her hand, being able to tell her that anything that she needed throughout the day, I was there for. I was her one-on-one through the entire day. I was going to take care of anything that she needed, any drinks I could get her, any hot coffees, whether she wanted cream or sugar, just being, more than a nurse, being the concierge for them, giving them a voice, especially when they're not able to speak, and making sure that they're heard. Advice that I would give to a student coming into the program: take it seriously. I know that maybe skills labs might seem a little ridiculous because you're working with a mannequin, but when you walk into a patient's room, they're sick because they can't provide care for themselves. So you need to really be understanding. Take everything that the instructors say with every bit of your heart that you possibly can, because in the long run, they've been there, they've done it. They have the best experience, the best instructors here at BTC. Honestly, they give you the tools that you need to complete everything that you're going to need for your clinicals, and it's just going to be your heart in the long run that's going to guide you. To be honest, I would like to start by thanking you, Nancy, for all of the care that you've given, your smile every time walking into the office. Every time you had an open heart, you were able to say, how can I help you? What can I do for you? It was always with care, and you can really see your compassion that you have for us here. So I want to thank you for that. I want to also thank all of the members here at BTC for taking the time to really put up with our shenanigans and being the caring individuals that they are. But you really stand out to me. So I want to thank you, Nancy, for all of your care that you've given.